Good morning again, everybody. It's Courtney back for another tiny tidbit. And this time, the conversation that was had at the office hours that this is about is making sure that we are getting to the root with our child when getting at the root of the reason um, or the getting at the root of the obstacle or the reason that they're not doing something, right? And a lot of times we assume it's laziness or behavioral, like a motivational thing. Not a motivational thing as much, but like maybe it's a disrespectful thing and we take it as we take it personally. And um, what I'd like to, what we talked about in the office hours and what I'd like to help us kind of reframe um, the behavior is that it's not an intentional decision that they're making, right? Um, Not always, right? And that's the key is helping to reflect with them on what's at the root of this. Do they not want to do it? And helping them understand why it's important is what where we can go, or helping them understand um, yeah, just creating some understanding around tell me more about why you don't want to, and seeing if we can help them change the way that they perceive what has to get done, if it's an appointment with the doctor or if it's doing homework or something, right? It's really like peeling back the layers of what is the biggest obstacle, what are the little obstacles, and then finding ways to support that process of understanding, of skill development, of motivation, and putting all those pieces together gradually is the way to go about it with these kids, right? Because we all know that um, external motivation doesn't necessarily work. Threats don't work, right? Trying to create consequences doesn't necessarily work. Getting upset with them doesn't change behavior. And so, what changes behavior for them is internal motivation, helping them to become internally motivated and building skills. And then sometimes it is a little bit of an accountability piece. But really, it's all starts again with connection and understanding and support and their own self-esteem being in place, right? And them feeling like they can ask for help and that that's okay. And then feeling like that they have the skills and the knowledge and the know-how and the belief in themselves to be able to do it, right? And so really it's peeling back the layers and figuring out like where is that initial obstacle. um, and there are so many obstacles that these kids may need to overcome in order to ultimately do what we're asking them to do. um, so I can't name all of the obstacles that might exist, but as a parent, if we can take our own emotion away, if we can take the piece away that it's not personal, typically, that they're doing this to us or intentionally. And then if we can keep in mind the Ross Green saying that all kids do well if they can, right? And we take that as a basic premise. And then we move forward out of curiosity. So tell me more. So tell me more. And then we work to collaborate and figure it out. Um, I feel sometimes like I'm a broken record, and I apologize if I am. But these pieces about connecting and being curious and collaborating are something that we sometimes, as parents, in our relationships with our kids, don't do often enough, right? A lot of times it's because we don't have time. We're impatient. There's a lot that we have to get done. And there's just this different relationship that we have that's the emotional piece with our kids that's different than if we were talking with a best friend. And we naturally might do these uncovering curiosity, collaboration types of things with a best friend as opposed with our kid. Um, and it's a different relationship, but sometimes that approach is important. Or someone who you're a colleague with or a supervisor of, right? If you take the emotion out of it, it can change the whole dynamic. So get curious, connect, get curious, and don't give up and be patient. It's hard. It's hard. I'm not saying I'm perfect at it at all, but that's the gold standard that I always aspire to and have found has the most impact. Not just as a coach, but as a parent too, with my own son and with my own other kids who are neurotypical. But with my son, that's the approach that I have found that works. All right. That's all for now. Have a great day. Bye.